Valentine's Day, a time when many of us show the special people in our lives just how much we care about them. But can couples keep that sentiment alive long after those flowers have wilted? Dr. Ganz Ferrance joins us in studio today with some very helpful tips. And I think a lot of people put some pressure on themselves on this day of the year.
Well, yeah, you can really feel the love in the air, and but it's really nice to have that time when you can show that special somebody how much you care. But wouldn't it be nice to have that go all the year long as well?
Wouldn't it
yeah.
be? So what are some of the mistakes that couples seem to be making?
Well, I think, just the overemphasis on the day is one thing. I mean, do what you need to do that day, but, let it last as well. So one of the things that I suggest is make passion a priority, okay? And what I mean by that is anything left to itself is going to decay. That's just the law of nature. We tend to think that because we have a relationship that it's all good and we're just going to kind of move forward with the relationship, but not really think about how we want that relationship to feel, how we want it to feel to the other person as well. So when we make passion a priority, what happens is anything we make a priority, our unconscious mind brings us to that very efficiently and effectively with very little effort. So we'll start to think about little ways to please the other person, to have that passion, have that romance in the relationship all year long and not just on Valentine's Day or leading up to it.
And we kind of use how busy our lives are as a bit of a crutch. And you're busy leaving the house in the morning, you're busy once you come home, but you really have to make, bookend your day with some passion and with a connection.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, two little things, and it doesn't take much time. Two little things you can do is really connect well when you come back into the house and connect before you leave, right? When you think about a pet or a little kid, and when you come home and they're so happy to see there's this joy and excitement, it's like they run up to you, oh, it's so exciting. Well, you can share that excitement with the person that you care about, that you love as well, and show them that. Take that 10, 15, even 90 seconds to connect with that person. Make eye contact, tell them you love them, or just show that happiness and enjoyment at seeing them again. And it makes a big difference. You do that a couple times a day, and over the days, that really changes the whole tone of the relationship overall.
And all day foreplay is something that you think is pretty important.
Yes, well, when you think about physical intimacy, if I'm mad at my spouse or my significant other and I'm not talking, or we're just, even if we're not mad, just sort of passing each other by, and then it comes time in the evening we want to get together, physically, well, we may be able to have some sort of physical connection, but wouldn't it be better to have the whole connection and really get a bigger bang for your buck, so to speak?
Exactly.
By having the emotional connection as well as the spiritual connection, not just the physical.
And a lot has to do with stress as well, too, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your stress level is low so that you can make that physical and emotional connection with someone.
Well, you mentioned about, the busyness of people's lives right now, and, people running here and there and all over the place. And, stress kills so many things, our physical bodies, but definitely our relationship. But it can also damage our physical functioning, sexually as well as, that emotional connection. So anything that you can do to reduce the stress in your life will go a long way to helping you have a better connection, a better relationship overall. One of the things that we do in our company when we work with somebody is help them look for ways to reduce that sort of thing and have a more balanced life, because everything works better then. Your emotions, your work, everything, and your connection both emotionally and physically with your partner is greatly enhanced.
And this can be a very tough day on some people who don't have that Valentine, but you say make yourself your own Valentine and give yourself some.
I really believe everybody has at least one Valentine. It has to be yourself. We attract what we live, right? Mm-hmm. And we can only give love to the extent that we have love for ourselves, and we can only receive love to that same extent. So it's very important to spend the time loving and valuing yourself, however you frame that. But it's really, really important to make yourself your number one Valentine.
Awesome, awesome advice. If you would like to speak to Dr. Ferrance or a member of his group, all you have to do is register for the Mind Body Mastery Seminar that is being presented by Dr. Ferrance. All you have to do is call 428-LIFE or visit apsilife.com for more information. And that goes on February the 28th.
Yes.
Excellent. Thanks for coming in.